I'm going to relay some messages first that came out while I was shuffling, and then I'm going to go over this spread, okay? I'm seeing many of you, you, especially for those of you who are surrounded by children, okay? They could be your biological children or just younger, nieces and nephews or even cousins that are around you. I feel a lot of you have taken on, stepped up and taken on the role of educating somebody, mentoring somebody, or even, teaching somebody. And I feel like they're of a younger age. I see you looking at them from afar and feeling a sense of pride over, your accomplishments as a caretaker or as a parent. You're seeing your children grow up and, working cooperatively with other people, sharing their toys as well with younger siblings or younger children in their midst. And I feel like you're realizing that you did a really good job raising them. You're proud of the things, the way that they have turned out. You're proud of the mannerisms with which they behave with other kids. And you're looking at them well-fed, happy, well-adjusted. And I feel like there's this overwhelming sense of maternal, paternal pride for many of you. So relationships within the family unit, if they have been contentious in the past, I feel like this is the time, this is the month in which the family unit, everybody's coming together, working towards a common goal. And even though we might not agree with all of our family members, this is a card about unity and a lot of emotional support coming through in the home environment, okay? So that's the first message. The second message that came through, I do see this is a very, very big, prosperous financial month for many of you. I feel like across the board. For those of you who have had investment opportunities, I feel that they are bearing fruit. You're waiting on returns and you're waiting on taking whatever it is that you have accumulated, wealth that has accumulated over the years, and you're diverting your funds, making future investments. And I feel like it might be motivated because of, children that you have to raise and trying to expand your financial resources as the family also starts to grow. And so many of you are thinking, 5-10 years ahead and figuring out how you can achieve that financial stability for yourself. Others of you, there are many people, collaborators I'm seeing coming to you with their own ideas. And I feel like you get to pick and choose who you work with. You get to pick and choose which project, which organization is more closely aligned with you. And so you get to pick from among, all the options, which options you want to go with. And I feel like right off the bat, there will be a few options that you're just like, no, I'm not going to get involved with that. That looks a little bit messy. That looks a little bit sketch. So you're not going to get involved with that. But then others of you, the fact that you get to pick and choose basically indicates abundance in options that are financially feasible long-term, okay? So it's going to be a very, very family-oriented month, also a very finance-oriented month as well. So I'm just going to go into your reading. One of the first things here is this is the energy coming through from the March timeframe. This has been like start-stop when it comes to communication and lack of clarity as to what people mean, how they're communicating, and what they're coming to you with. So this is a card that basically indicates like stoppages in communication, also that stop go energy, and you're not really sure what people's intentions are. I feel like these people that might have been coming to you in the past without clear agendas or without clear objectives or even with questionable ulterior motives, I feel like you're seeing right through it and you're going to leave that by the wayside when you come into the month of April. And so your communication style is very well thought out. It's also very, very cautious. So you're taking a very cautious approach when it comes to revealing your agenda, revealing your feelings, revealing your thoughts and how the course of action you're planning to take. So I feel like you are taking a very, very cautious approach, and it's rightfully so, because more than anything, Your ruler Mercury is going into a retrograde period, and it starts on April 9th, and it's going to continue until May 3rd. So it is a time for you to reassess. It's a time for you to be a little bit cautious, read between the lines, and don't accept things at face value, because I do sense that there are a few people with hidden agendas trying to latch onto you and possibly riding your coattails. So just be very, very careful about revealing too much, and double check, triple check whatever it is that you're sending out: memos, messages, emails, communications overall. Okay, so I feel that you understand this, and I feel that you're taking a very cautious approach. Okay, so lessons learned when it comes to communication. So I feel like that's what's happening here. There will be many projects in your finance sector. So I mentioned a lot of investment opportunities coming in, a lot of collaborators, a lot of partnerships, a lot of projects that people are presenting you with. And I feel like you're in a position to choose the best one. I mean, we're not, we are constrained physically by the amount of free time we have, and also we want to choose projects that feasibly would have the best outcome. So I feel like you're narrowing down your options, and you're taking on new projects here, which is going to bring a lot of financial abundance. Okay, so I do see that across the board. Your financial situation when it comes to your household, I do see some expansion within the household. This can be, getting into a bigger property, renovating, and I'm seeing a lot of you buying very, very luxurious, expensive things to decorate your household as well. I'm seeing, buying toys for children. Some children might be leaving the nest, and you are also communicating with them from afar. And there's going to be a lot of opportunities for family reunions, get together coming through for this month. In terms of when it comes to children, like I mentioned before, there's this sense of parental pride coming through. If you've had contentious, relationships with your own kids in general, or within the family unit, I feel like there is going to be a moment where, you start to realize family through thick and thin, they're going to be there for you. So it's kind of like this love-hate relationship, but I feel like coming through for this month of April, differences between people, problems with communication, even problems with like not seeing eye to eye, those things are being kind of like, they're falling away, they're being cast away, so that you're left with the fundamental truth, which is, in times of hardships, our families and the people that we consider family, they're the ones that are going to be there for us to kind of like provide that safety net to catch us when we fall. And so this is a realization that has happened for you within the past 4 months. And I feel like coming through for this month, there is going to be more soulful connections and talks when it comes to family members. Okay. So your financial situation overall, work environment, it looks very stable. And I do see a lot of gains, a lot of tractions, a lot of celebrations as well in the work environment. So projects coming to fruition, loans, especially if you have been waiting on, loans coming through from a financial institution in order to even remodel the house, in order to even get a new mortgage, refinance, or even get a new property. You have some very good celebratory energies coming through here in the work sector and also through the financial sector. So I do sense bonuses being given out to many of you. I feel like a huge uptick when it comes to your financial situation. When it comes to relationships, with this Six of Pentacles, this basically indicates a situation where there's going to be a lot of financial and also emotional support coming through from a partner. This is a card about money coming through from institution as well, like such as child support. So there's going to be an uptick in that for those of you who are waiting on, court decisions for either child support, alimony, or even, custody issues. This is going to be, this is indicative of cooperation, but also financial assistance coming through. Those of you in partnerships, I feel like the partnership is strengthening, and there's also growth and expansion. I feel many of you expanding your business, partnering up with another entity that is going to allow you to either grow your assets, grow your, even like, they're offering financial opportunities as well for you to invest in your existing work situation in your existing business. So it looks very good where there's going to be money and a lot of support coming in from partnerships. When it comes to relationship in particular, once again, this is a card about expanding the unit, okay? This is also a card about a lot of emotional financial support, emotional abundance, financial abundance coming through from a relationship partner. They might not have a lot even. There's a lot of concerns here, I feel like, when it comes to major relationships. You might be dealing with somebody that, so I'm seeing some of you or your partner might have come from a somewhat, impoverished type of a upbringing. And I feel like together you understand each other and you're finding out, solutions and ways for you to start saving up so that you don't end up in the red when it comes to your bank account. Okay. So this is a card about lessons learned when it comes to financial situation so that you can make better investment, better choices with a relationship partner. And two people working as a unit together, helping each other when the going gets rough. So one partner steps up when the other person is kind of like in the downturn. And then likewise, the other person steps up when they have that financial abundance. So this is like through thick and thin. I feel like, these are the two massive karma cards when I do private readings, the 5 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. So it seems almost as if there have been a lot of lessons learned from your end about money, about how to make it, how you can easily lose it. And because it's a lesson learned type of a month, you're making a lot more, a lot better financial decisions, but also saving up for a rainy day, having disposable income so that you can save up for a greater purpose. Okay, so this is a very good card. A lot of support coming through from your existing relationship partners. Let me talk about this card because there's a message associated with this here. I have in the 10th house, which is your career house, we have here the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel this. Some of you have grown up in an environment where I feel like, your family expected you to have a specific career. Your family expected like great things from you, and understandably, because you have a lot of potential and a lot of you are very good at communicating, very clearly and objectively. And so you were destined for greatness. And I feel like your family members, they see that and they expected your life to turn out a specific way. So I feel like there was a lot of inputs from family members, especially parents. They're like, you're supposed to do this. And I feel like a lot of you might have spent, your 20s, your 30s trying to get to that point that was expected of you. And I feel in the process, there might have been, quite a bit of hardships along the way when it comes to, education, many detours taking in the educational route. There might have been a lot of hardships along the way where you felt like, I know you want me to do this, but my skills lie in a different direction. And so you wanted to please other people. And you also, everyone wants to achieve that financial abundance. But I feel like there might have been a lot of detours along the way in your life. You might have dabbled in many, many different projects, many different things. So you have various skills and you feel like my interests and my talents are so varied. How can I just pick one route? And so I feel like a lot of you just, coming into this month, you have chosen a different path for yourself to walk along. And you might realize that it wasn't in alignment with what your family members, what, society had expected of you. But at the same time, you told yourself, I can do it. I know that I can do it. And so coming into this month, this is when the universe is pretty much telling you, you overturn their expectations. You decided to chart your own path, to walk into the path that is innately, it's right for you. And you're going to be rewarded as a result of that because you stay true to who you are. You stay true to, you know yourself on a deep level. And you know that I will eventually get there. There will be detours along the way, but once and for all, you will get there. And I feel like this is the month in which you see yourself taking the first steps in that long stretch of road in order to get there. So they're coming in to remind you there were detours, and a few of the detours might have really stalled your professional growth, or it might have really interfered with, there was time that was I don't want to say time wasted, but you felt that I wasted a lot of time, doing this one thing when I should have sought a career. I put my career on the sidelines to raise a family, for example. And now you find yourself back on track in alignment with where you were meant to be. And it might be what your family expected, but you realize that's where I'm meant to be for now, and at least for the next 5-10 years. Or it might have been overturning expectations of what people expected from you, but you have a special gift, and you have to do something with these special gifts that are given to you from birth. And so you're taking everything that you're aligning yourself into a path that is purely you and that is true to yourself. And as a result of that, there is going to be a lot of recognition and a lot of abundance coming through for you, okay? So Geminis, this is confirmation that you are on the right path, and a lot of you are in a position where from that one platform, you can branch out, dabble in many, many different projects, collaborate with other people to build things from the ground up of great value. And so this is the month in which many, many options are coming through. And I know that a lot of the times for Geminis, you have so many talents and you're good at many things. And it's really hard to find a career path. And I feel like Geminis and Pisces, especially, you have a lot of creative projects. And it's been hard for you to, find one path to walk and to stay in it, and call it a career. Because you feel like, if I have let's say 3 talents, if I pursue, for example, singing, it's going to negate the other paths for me. If you're like a movie star, for example, and you're just like, I really like accounting, and you feel like if you go back to school for accounting, you're going to lose out on some, it's like opportunity costs left and right. And because of all these opportunity costs, you feel like you want to do it all, and doing it all and scattering your energy in your 20s and your 30s, it might not have been productive. And you're realizing that now. So you're trying to figure out a way to realign yourself so that you're not scattering your energy, so that you're not feeling that sense of loss because of opportunity cost. You're sticking with one thing and you're making it your own unique thing. So I feel many of you, there's a lot of opportunities for financial growth. There's a lot of people coming through, wanting your skills, wanting your expertise, wanting to partner up with you as well, or even wanting to invest in you in whatever projects you have going, and it's going to pay dividends, okay? The next 3 months is pretty much about continuing on the same path. Don't veer off track when it comes to your career. You're on the right path, and so you're building things up from the ground up. You're rebuilding your financial foundation, the money, disposable income, and investment opportunities. I feel like they're bearing fruit, so you're putting that away, and you're trying to save for a rainy day, and you're trying to save for some big purchase items as well, like big ticket items as well. Big purchases, possibly condos, homes, rental properties, or even investing in, modernizing your work project. For those of you who are self-employed, modernizing equipment, updating softwares, and even buying new machines, computers, and things like that for your work. And so I see you with the latest gadgets in, very stylish outfits, and that can be for male or female. But I feel that you're presenting your best face forward because there are a lot of people that you need to meet, and there will be opportunities as well. A lot of celebrations where business is crossing over with, the personal as well. So it's going to be a very dynamic month for many of you. And I do wish you all the best. It looks really, really good.